Wild Review. I'm the Wild Reviewer, and today I'm going to review a thing. Have you ever given a review on something and years later you wonder if what you said still holds up? Well, I have! Hi there, I'm the Wild Reviewer, or at least I was told that's who I am, and this is Rewild, a sequel series to an old review show I used to do called The Wild Review. It ran for 6 seasons from 2015 to 2018, and some of the things that I've talked about, I have different opinions on. Or maybe I don't. That's the whole point of this series. If you are watching this, then that means you are joining me on an adventure as we are going to take a journey into my past to see if what I said in a previous Wild Review episode still holds up. We're gonna make comments about how young I used to look and stupid I used to sound sometimes. It kinda depends on what I was talking about. So, unless you have somewhere else important you need to be, which I highly doubt, seems like you're gonna be taking a journey with me into the past. This is the Wild Review Rewild.
Wild like wild.
I thought the name was cool. Hello, welcome to the Wild Review. I'm the Wild Reviewer, and welcome back to another episode of Rewild, a series that you have stumbled upon and are now stuck watching for the next however many minutes this episode is. Today's gonna be a weird one. Back in season 1, when I was doing the Wild Review show, I thought it would be funny to poke fun at something extremely childish. I guess I wasn't satisfied with the jokes I made about the Easter Bunny or Blue's Clues, so I decided to take a stab at the Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen party video series. The thing is, when you watch this, you'll notice throughout the episode I'm talking to somebody off camera, claiming that I don't like the things that they are suggesting for me to review. This was a similar thing that happened in the Blue's Clues episode. There was nobody off camera. That was me. I willingly chose this video, and in a way it was to set up the idea that I'm being forced to talk about things that I don't want to talk about, which in a sense wouldn't make a bad premise for a show, except it just wasn't formatted like that. The Wild Review wasn't set up to be that way. I didn't quite know what kind of story I was telling with the Wild Review. I just thought it'd be interesting to do a review show and be a character. Eventually that led into me talking about Inside Out, which I guess is one of the, I want to say the only times I gave a genuine review. One that didn't have me playing a character in a sense, because I'd have to rewatch it. Maybe that's another Rewild I should do. But I recall when I saw Inside Out, I really liked it, so I made sure to give a genuine, honest review on that film. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today we are talking about Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's Mall Party. Not quite sure why I decided to choose this one. I know for a fact I say this in the episode, but I remember this was something I saw a trailer for, and it just lingered in my mind until I actually stumbled across it, and I think that's the reason why I chose it, because I hunted it down, I watched it, and I was like, oh, well, I could make fun of this. When I did this episode, I was 16 years old. I'm now in my early 20s, so it's going to be a little awkward for me to rewatch this Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen video. It's just a little strange for me to be making comments about it, because they were young children, they were having the time of their lives, and honestly, it was just all for fun. That's all these Olsen twin videos were. It was just them having fun with their friends, and all I'm doing here is just poking fun at things that were a little strange to me, and I'm not gonna lie, looking back on it, some of the stuff in the video could be very strange. I remember a few bits from this mall party video that stuck out to me that I'm still wondering, wait a minute, how does this work? The thing is, it's a musical, so the songs were set up in a way that they needed to blend in with the story, but that called for some really awkward scenes. Regardless, though, I'm going to be looking back at what I said about this video, and I'm not gonna give my opinion by the end of this of what I think of the video now. I mean, I can say something, but I don't think I would be super critical now, because it's a children's video. It's awkward. It's a little awkward. I'm basically a grown adult now, and I'm making a comment about this. But then again, I was a grown adult when I did the Blue's Clues Rewild, so I guess no difference. This is the Mall Party Rewild. Hello, welcome to The Wild Review. I'm The Wild Reviewer, and today I'm going to review a thing. I'm going to ask you something. Try to remember something that you saw at the age of 2. Do it. Picture in your head something that you remember seeing at the age of 2. You know, I could have sworn I still had all my Ed's World shirts. But I guess I must have gotten rid of the Not the Face shirt and the broccoli shirt. So now I have to wear my kitten shopping shirt, which isn't a bad thing. I actually like this shirt. In fact, if it looks so worn out, that's because I would wear it all the time. And I haven't worn it recently, but I still wear it occasionally if I feel like wearing it. No matter how old you are, it's going to be really hard to remember stuff that was years ago. I can't remember one thing that occurred to me when I was 1 year old or 2. It's impossible. It's kind of just how the mind works, but your mind likes to play jokes by trying to remember and then making something up that didn't happen. This is very common when I watch movies that I used to watch as a child and watch them now. I would remember something that would happen in, say, Willy Wonka, and it didn't happen. And I try to remember, did this happen or did it not? And it's probably because of your brain making stuff up to make it a little interesting, so this way you'd want to see the movie. That's called the Mandela effect, where you think something is one way, but it's actually another way. I got this image in my head about a month ago, and it was from a video I saw, and it was a couple of girls jumping up in a store with balloons and music that sounded cool, and they were blonde, and it was killing me to try to remember what was this promo for. I should have probably said that. It was a promo in the beginning of a videotape. I knew which videotape it was on, though. It was on a Scooby-Doo videotape. So around a month ago when I remembered this, or saw it in my head, I got the videotape and I played it. And I fast forward to that part and I found it. I found the thing that was like dancing in my head that I got an image of. And it was a Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen video. So when I think of this trailer now for this video, obviously it matches with what I've already seen, but before I saw the full thing, I do remember a few things being a little different, but that's kind of what happens when you see a trailer and then you don't see it for a very long time. The same thing can happen with movies. It always happens. Now for those who don't know who Mary-Kate or Ashley Olsen are, where have you been? Get with the program. Now getting back to what I saw on the promo for this Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen video was actually just a preview of 2 new home videos for their party series. Back in like the early 2000s, late 90s, they had this video series called You're Invited to Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's Blank Party, and they would fill in the blank to what kind of party, a costume party, a pizza party, a slumber party, any kind of party really they could think of. And the 2 that were in this promo were the costume party and a mall party. Now I've heard of a costume party, I've never heard of a mall party. So because I was bored one day, I just typed it in on YouTube to see this mall party and I watched it. I really wish I can get that hour back now. I don't think this is that bad. You know, what else am I supposed to say? It's a kid's video. I can't call it a cinematic masterpiece, but I can call it entertaining. That's what this is. This is supposed to be an entertainment video for children, specifically little girls. Well, why don't we figure out what it was together? Let's dive right into Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's mall party. Is this it, guys? Is this really what I'm... Why am I reviewing this? I don't care if Josh got this at the dollar store. Why can't I review stuff that's like in theaters now? Who's Josh? Is Josh supposed to be a Wild Review character that was poorly developed? Did I forget about Josh? There was me, there was Marty, who was played by my brother. He was my character's neighbor. And then there was Mo, the weird person from space, I think he was. There were only 3 characters. This is where it gets a little confusing because, like, some episodes contradict each other. This episode indicates that I have a crew with me, but it's made very clear that I'm just by myself most of the time when I do these wild review episodes. So who is Josh? So this video about a mall party starts out with Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen being bored. No shock, because you have to act bored and then have fun at the end of the video. It's the typical thing to do. I mean, that could be relatable. Being bored is the most relatable thing anybody can probably relate to. Everybody's bored at some point in their life. I guarantee you, at least every day, somebody is feeling bored. They have nothing to do. It happens. People can get bored. So Jamie, their cousin, walks into the... Oh, okay. Let's pause the movie for a minute. Can we just take a moment to admire this room? I know the full thing was shown a few seconds ago with them counting tiles and floor tiles, but I mean, I'm getting the full perspective of the room right now. Why can't I have a room like that? That room is awesome. How can these two be so bored when they have all these toys? This looks like a freaking awesome room. I have to, I gotta stick with my word on that. This is a pretty awesome room. On one hand, I can question the writers for writing the Olsen twins to be extremely bored when they're in a room like this, but at the same time, the more I'm examining it, is there anything they can do in this room that looks like a soccer ball? I want to say those are hula hoops. Is that it? On the side here, it looks like there are toys. It looks like they got some cool looking stuff in this room. But then again, these could just be decorations that may look like toys, so I honestly don't know. But regardless, this looks like a pretty fun room. What the... Is this Mall of America real? This is an awesome mall! Jesus, they got an aquarium, a roller coaster, a Lego place, that thing. This isn't a mall, it's a freaking amusement park. The Mall of America is a real place. Don't know why I didn't put that together, but it's a real place. It looks like a fun mall. I've never been to it, but I would definitely go there one day. I would definitely check it out. They got some pretty cool stuff there. What do they have? It's huge. It's a huge mall. It may not have all the similar things that it had when it was shown in this video, but I know for a fact it's got... They have the Nickelodeon place here? What? That's a Nickelodeon ride. Oh crap, do they have Nickelodeon? Is this where the Nickelodeon universe is? It is! This is where the Nickelodeon universe is. I gotta go to Mall of America. I'm sure they got other stuff. They got Build-A-Bear, right? I'm gonna say yes? Sure, they have a Build-A-Bear workshop. Why Build-A-Bear workshop? It was the first store that came to my mind. I mean, let's see, what else do they have? Let's try Macy's. Do they have a Macy's? It looks to me like they have a Macy's. Mall of America be closing in 2022? What is that? Oh, wait, no. It's just the Macy's. Mall of America is not shutting down. And while we're on the subject, why the hell are you girls left alone? Why the hell is your big cousin letting you go off on your own? I don't think there's one good parent that would even let their little sweetheart of an angel of an 8-year-old child go off on her own. I don't care how good these girls are. They're 8. Do you know what kind of world we live in? People are kidnapping everybody left from right.
He's clamming in your...
Well, the jokes have started, haven't they? 16, people. I was 16. Let's remember that, please. Why would you say that? Why is that the first thing that comes to your mind? They're not gonna get kidnapped. Who kidnaps people in the Mall of America? People get lost in the Mall of America. You don't get kidnapped. Also, there's a camera crew there. They're not getting kidnapped. $1 for a joke, people. $1 for a joke. Obviously, this kid is trying to tell jokes.
Find the finest fast dining of the world. Chinese and Japanese, Middle Eastern too. Mexican and Indian, Italian just for you.
The reason why all those foods were named, so this way this video tape doesn't get considered racist. What? You really want that dollar, don't you?
Olsen lines up her putt. She's looking good. Relaxed. Confident. But not too confident. There is no doubt about it.
Just hit the goddamn ball! So while most of the jokes in this do not hold up at all and are just seen as being really stupid, I have to admit some of the comments and little jokes that I make here are pretty funny. There is a little humor to them. They're just little throwaway jokes. They stand on the table, yeah. Get off the tables that people eat there.
They're maidens of the Mall of America.
Get off the goddamn table! Mall of America, here we come. You're already there. You're already here. There's no need to say that. You have arrived at your destination.
Mall of America, here we come.
No, it's here we are, not here we come. Bad grammar. Party? This is a hangout. Party? Lady, this looks like a hangout. Where is the party in this? It's very obvious the Olsen twins are the main characters in this, but this video is sort of designed to have them essentially run the whole place. Like they run the world. Like the world is revolving around the Olsen twins at the moment. Because everybody's just fine with their antics that they have here. Why is it a party? This is not a party. I'll tell you what this is. This was pretty... Well, I don't know what it was. So I can't give this a good review, but I can't give it a bad review. And I know when I usually do this, I give it an okay review, but I don't know what to give this. There were really good shots of the mall, and this room is still pretty awesome. And, I mean, this did give the girls a lot of fame. But at the same time, it's very confusing. It does look like it was written by a child. No offense if the actual stars wrote this. But it just seems very... Just say it was good. Just say the video was good. It's a cute little video for kids. Nothing to take too seriously. They're going to the mall. They're having fun with their friends. They're disrupting the public by standing on tables and taking too long hitting golf balls. Just let them have fun. Whenever I think of the old Wild Review episodes, this is one of the episodes that I definitely think back to. Because it's obviously just me trying to make a joke, hope somebody laughs at it, and then move on to the next bit. In some episodes, they're fine. In an episode like this, it's just not needed. And there's no need for me to poke fun at this Olsen twins video. And I'm sure this video wouldn't have been the only one I would have probably made fun of. I probably would have made comments about the other Olsen twin party videos. How many are there, actually? I'm curious to know. What kind of video? How many are there? You're invited to Mary Kate and Ashley's blank. Because then they would put in something party. Let's see what they had here. It seems like they had a sleepover party, a Hawaiian beach party, a birthday party, a Christmas party, a mall party. We've already been to the mall party. A ballet party, a camp out party, a costume party, a fashion party, and a school dance party. Isn't a school dance already a party? What is a camp out party? You're invited to Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen's camp out party. Mary Kate and Ashley take their friends out in the backyard for a camping trip. They set up camp, look around at nature, go fishing, in the backyard, and tell scary stories at night and toast marshmallows and eat pizza. Let's look at the school dance one. You're invited to Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen's school dance party. Mary Kate and Ashley help set up for the school dance, which is springfling.com. Ashley worries if her boyfriend and her will be prom king and queen, while Mary Kate struggles with trying to ask her crush out. Mary Kate asks him, and he says yes. Ashley doesn't win prom queen, while her boyfriend gets to be king, but he reassures her that he still loves her the best. Oh no. On a serious base, before I close today's episode, these videos are fine. If you have kids, they will like them. They are cute. They're not meant to be taken seriously. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me with my jokes. They're really old. They're from the 90s. I don't even know where you can find them anymore. Maybe you could see them on YouTube, unless you have them on VHS or DVD. But if you're interested, track it down and give it a watch. Maybe your kid will really like it. And that's all I have to say on that. Mall of America looks pretty good. That's it for today's episode of Rewild. If you want to check out the full review that I had just watched over, the link will be in the description below, as well as every other Wild Review Rewild episode. You can definitely check that out. And that's it for today's episode. That's all I have to say. I'm not going to say any more. If you like this video, give it a like, or don't. You're not going to hurt my feelings. And make sure you tune in next week for the final episode of the season. It's our Christmas episode. I'm going to look back at something Christmas related. You know that. With that being said, thank you for watching The Wild Review. I'm The Wild Reviewer, and you just saw me review a thing.
Wild like wild.